Have you ever wondered how your phone just knows it's you? Or how a streaming service lines up the perfect movie night every single time? Well, the magic behind all of that is machine learning. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the 4 fundamental ways that machines actually learn from the world around us. So let's dive in. So really, how does it all work? How does your email inbox magically filter out all that junk? Or how does your favorite app seem to know exactly what you want to watch or listen to next? It's not actually magic. It's machine learning, and it's all about teaching computers to learn from data, pretty much the same way we do. At its very core, machine learning is about letting computers learn from experience. So instead of us having to write endless lines of code with rigid rules for every possible situation, we just show them a whole bunch of examples and let them figure out the patterns for themselves. And the result? We get what's called a model, a system that's been trained to make really smart predictions or decisions. Okay. Our first stop is supervised learning, and you can think of this one like a student who has a very dedicated teacher. The machine gets a complete answer key to learn from, which makes it one of the most common and straightforward ways to teach an AI. A really good analogy is a set of digital flashcards. Each card has a question on one side and the correct answer on the back. The AI just studies these pairs over and over and over again, learning the connection between them, so that eventually it can answer brand new questions all by itself. And this breaks it down perfectly. The AI is fed a whole bunch of shapes that are already labeled. This is a triangle, this is a square. It learns the features of each one, like how many sides it has. Then, when it sees a new shape it's never encountered before, it can accurately predict what it is. And this isn't just some abstract theory. It is absolutely everywhere. From your spam filter learning how to spot junk mail to websites predicting what you'll buy next, supervised learning is really the workhorse of the AI world. It's all about turning that labeled data into incredibly smart predictions. But what happens when you don't have a teacher? What if there's no answer key? Well, that's where unsupervised learning comes in. This is where we send the machine out to be an independent explorer in a vast world of unlabeled data. Right. So imagine being dropped into a massive library, but with no card catalog, no signs, nothing. That's kind of what unsupervised learning is like. The AI's job is to sift through all the books and start organizing them, finding the hidden connections and patterns all on its own. Just take a look at this. The AI gets this big, jumbled pile of cat and dog photos with 0 labels. By just looking for similarities, pointy ears, whisker patterns, snout shapes, it starts to create its own groups, sorting the cats from the dogs without any help from us at all. And this is a huge deal for businesses. They use this to group customers together for smarter marketing campaigns or to spot weird, fraudulent transactions that don't look like the rest. It even powers those recommendation engines that somehow seem to read your mind. It's all about finding the hidden structure that we can't see. So let's just quickly put the 2 we've covered side by side. Supervised learning is all about prediction. It uses a complete answer key. Unsupervised learning is all about discovery. It finds patterns out in the wild. As you can see, one gives you answers, while the other gives you brand new insights. But, life isn't always black and white, and neither is machine learning. So let's talk about semi-supervised learning, which is this really clever hybrid that tries to get the best of both worlds. Okay, think of it this way. Imagine you have 1,000 photos to sort, but you only have time to label 100 of them. With semi-supervised learning, the AI uses those 100 labels to make really smart, educated guesses about the other 900. It gives you great results without all that tedious work. It's an incredibly practical solution. And we see this a lot in fields like medicine, right? A doctor can label a few x-rays to teach an AI what a fracture looks like, and then that AI can help sort through thousands more. It's also a total game changer for organizing huge libraries of documents or analyzing hours and hours of audio. And now for something completely different. Our final stop is reinforcement learning, where the machine learns not from a book, but from the good old school of hard knocks. Yeah, this one is all about trial and error. The AI, which in this case we call an agent, is kind of like a puppy exploring a new house. It gets a treat for good behavior, like sitting, and maybe a gentle no for chewing on the furniture. Over time, it just figures out the rules of the house on its own. So, this agent has only one goal in its digital life: get as many treats or rewards as possible. It's constantly trying new things, learning from its mistakes, and developing a winning strategy. It's not just about the next reward. It's about maximizing those rewards over the long run. It's a continuous cycle of action, feedback, and learning. And this is where AI gets really, really exciting. I mean, this is the secret sauce behind AIs that can beat the world's best Go players. And it's what's teaching self-driving cars how to navigate our chaotic streets. The possibilities here are just absolutely mind-blowing. All right, we've covered a lot of ground. Let's bring it all home with a quick recap of our new machine learning toolkit. So there you have it. You've got supervised learning, that's the teacher using labeled data. You've got unsupervised learning, the explorer finding patterns on its own. Then there's semi-supervised, the savvy student who uses a little bit of help to learn a whole lot. And finally, reinforcement learning, the master of the game, learning entirely from rewards and penalties. 4 powerful tools, each with its own incredible strengths. These 4 forms of learning are really the fundamental building blocks of modern AI. They're giving us the power to solve some of humanity's biggest and most complex challenges. So the only question left is, what amazing things are we going to teach them to do next?